Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have to look at Bitcoin mining stocks as there has been a big adjustment in the Bitcoin mining algorithm. And so if you are bullish on Bitcoin, this is definitely something that you should be looking into, as these tend to follow Bitcoin. However, if Bitcoin does go up substantially, these do not usually lag behind. They are very correlated with Bitcoin. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research. This is just my opinion. And so let's get into it. I'd like to take a look at this article here. So this is stating that Bitcoin mining is now easier and more profitable as the algorithm has changed. And so for the first time in Bitcoin network history, we have a complete shutdown of mining in targeted geographic region that affected more than 50% of the network. And so more than 50% of the hash rate and the collective computing power of miners worldwide has dropped off the network since its market peak in May. And so fewer people mining means that fewer blocks are solved each day. Typically it takes about 10 minutes to complete a block. However, the Bitcoin network has slowed down to about 14 to 19 minutes to mine a block. And so this is precisely why Bitcoin recalibrates every 2016 blocks, or about every 2 weeks. And so on Saturday, the Bitcoin code automatically made an adjustment of 28% to make it less difficult to mine. And so this is a historically unprecedented drop for the network, and so thereby restoring block times back to the optimal 10-minute window. And so fewer competitors and less difficulty means that any miner with a machine plugged in is going to see a significant increase in profitability and more predictable revenue. And so I would like to take a look at this here. We can see the rate that Bitcoin is actually being mined. And so we can see right now that the current pace is still behind. And so they're supposed to be on block 394.7. However, it is mining 347 right now. And so it is behind by about 47.71 blocks. And so we can see that down here as well. So the blue boxes here are blocks that have already been mined, and then the white boxes with the pink around them are where we should be. And so it is lagging behind, so this algorithm may need to be adjusted here when the block 2016 comes around next. And so that will land between July 17th and July 19th. And so based on the current pace, this may need to be adjusted between 11% and 4%. So we may see another adjustment. This is dependent on if more Bitcoin miners may come back online, or maybe Bitcoin miners actually drop off. And so this could change over the next 2 weeks. However, if this does drop more, this is going to make these Bitcoin mining companies more profitable. And so I'd also like to take a look at this article here as well. And so with Bitcoin mining being banned in China, these companies may be looking to go elsewhere. And so they are being invited to different countries or different states. And so here we can see that Senator Loomis in Wyoming is inviting the miners to different states. And so they also have different destinations as well regarding Texas and Florida. And so there's plenty of places for these to go, and so they may be moving there, and it may take a few months for them to get back online. And so according to the article we were just looking at, this may take about 6 months. And so this may be going on at discounted rate for about 6 months. And so I'd like to take a look at this chart here as well. And so these are Bitcoin mining companies. These are all located in the United States or Canada and Iceland and Sweden for HIVE blockchain. And so these all have already been based in countries that are not being banned. And so this is why I picked these companies. This is not a all-inclusive list of Bitcoin mining companies. However, I think all these have good potential, especially if Bitcoin continues to go up over the next few months. And so we can see here that I have highlighted a couple of these other two that I'm going to be talking about. And so that is Hut 8 Mining and HIVE Blockchain. And so the first stock that I'm going to be talking about is Hut 8 Mining. So we can see this is currently trading around $5.12 with a market cap of $900 million. And so if you're interested in buying any of these companies, they are all available on Webull. And so if you deposit $5 into Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks by using the link below. And so if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. And so I would like to take a look at the chart for Hut 8 Mining. And so as we can see here, this is currently trading at $6.35 in Canadian. And so I am looking at this on the Toronto Stock Exchange, since the market was closed today in the New York Stock Exchange for July 4th. And so the reason I'm looking at these Bitcoin mining stocks is because I think there's a lot more potential versus Bitcoin. So Bitcoin around the middle of December was trading around $20,000 and then hit an all-time high of $60,000. And so that was a 300% increase in Bitcoin. However, these Bitcoin mining stocks went from the middle of December all the way up to February had an increase of about 550%. And so there may be more potential in these cryptocurrency mining stocks rather than just Bitcoin. So it's definitely something to keep in mind going forward. And so I'd also like to take a look at HIVE's presentation here as well. And so we can see that the headquarters is in Toronto, and then both of their mining sites are in Alberta. And so we can see that they are a pioneer in cryptocurrency mining. They have one of the largest operations in the Western Hemisphere, and they have successfully navigated through the various market cycles. And they have the largest holding of self-mined Bitcoin of any publicly traded company. And so they are holding 3,522 Bitcoin. And then they also have a rate of hash rate for Bitcoin mining of 1300. They also have the capability to mine Ethereum as well, and so I think that is very good going forward, even if Ethereum is switching over to Ethereum 2.0 and moving from proof of work to proof of stake. I think that will take a couple of years, and so I think this is a good opportunity to continue to earn revenue. And so I'd like to take a look at this article here as well. And so HIVE Mining announces the purchase of 12,000 new miners by the end of Q4 2021. And so the miners are expected to be delivered starting in October, and full deployment is anticipated to be completed by December of 2021. And so they also have a smaller purchase that is going to be coming in July here. And so the anticipated production capacity increase with both purchases upon full deployment is expected to be 1.01 EH, and so which alongside the previously announced investments should bring HIVE's total installed capacity to roughly 2.5 EH. And so these hash rate installations are expected to increase HIVE's current average production from 6.5 to 7.5 Bitcoin per day to 14 to 16 Bitcoin per day based on the current economic conditions. And so after giving effect to the announced hash rate expansion above and the anticipated reduction in network difficulty, HIVE estimates that its average daily self-mined Bitcoin will increase to 20 to 22 Bitcoin per day. And so I would like to take a look at that here as well. And so we can see if they were to mine, say, 20 Bitcoin per day, the current Bitcoin price is $34,000, and so daily revenue would be about $680,000. And so let's say they continue to do that for 365 days the entire year. That would bring their annual revenue to about $250 million. And so that would leave them with a price to sales ratio of 3.62, since they have a market cap of about 900 million currently. And so I think this is a very good price to sales ratio for these companies. A lot of these have the same price to sales ratio as well. However, I've just picked these two as I think they have good potential going forward. And so the next company that I'd like to talk about is HIVE Blockchain. So as we can see, this is trading at $3.67 in Canadian, and it was down about 2.5% today. And so I would like to take a look at this article here. This is stating that HIVE strengthens the GPU arsenal with a $66 million NVIDIA buy. And so I think this is very good for them. And so they have stated that they are going to be partnering with NVIDIA with the Cloud Service Provider Program and entered into a purchase agreement for NVIDIA GPUs. And so they did not specify the number of units nor the model. And so following China's recent crackdown on crypto mining, GPUs have dropped in price. And so NVIDIA will deliver the data center grade GPUs to HIVE over the course of the year, with shipments arriving each month. And so I'd also like to take a look at this article here as well. I found this very interesting. I think it is a very good strategy to have in place. And so they have announced their long-term computing strategy beyond Ethereum. And so we can see here that Ethereum production is over 3,000 gigahash per second, and it has the potential to almost double with card upgrades to over 5,500 gigahash per second by the end of December 2021. And so based on the current Ethereum and Bitcoin prices and difficulty in mining, our revenue could be worth 30 million per month when we have all machines installed in mining. And so that would mean that they would have about a revenue of 360 million for the year, and so that would put them around a 4 price to sales ratio as well. And so we can see here for the past year, Ethereum is up 821%, while Bitcoin has appreciated 270%. And so they do believe that over the next 2 years, Ethereum could continue to outperform Bitcoin. And so the company has that opinion that Ethereum 2.0 proof of stake will take at least another 2 years before Ethereum mining could become financially unattractive. And so Ethereum is in the process of upgrading from proof of work to proof of stake. However, they see this as a good opportunity for Ethereum, especially because a lot of people have a very bullish outlook on Ethereum, and they think that it could potentially eclipse Bitcoin in the future. And so the company is planning on holding on to these GPU cards as they will remain robust, extendable technology, and that they can be scaled and repurposed for the boom in gaming, AI, and movie animation. And so this will provide flexibility for them. Once they are done using them for mining Ethereum, they can potentially sell them off, and then this will be a good business strategy for at least another 5 years. And so they are planning on holding the Ethereum that is mined as well in a cold wallet, which results in a very liquid balance sheet asset. And so later in the Ethereum lifecycle, they may consider staking the virgin Ether for additional income. And so I think they have a very good strategy in place here going forward, as a lot of companies do not mine Ethereum. And since they are seeing it go from proof of work to proof of stake, they may not see any value in it. And so HIVE may be one of the only companies that is actually focusing on Ethereum here in the near future. And so if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.